Zach, are you here?
We're just jumping right in. Oh, and we are live. All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the NARS Cup Series. Getting ready to go at Richmond Raceway, and we're hopping right in, a little behind the 8 ball, which is my bad. Got a little too chatty, and but we do have Aussie Rules starting off on the pole. Jacob second, third Waterforce, fourth Slick Nick and Jet Blast. Your top five. We're jumping right on in. And they're already green. Aussie Rules leads him down into turn one. With Jacob on his outside, Aussie Rules clear to the race to lead by a full car length as they dive it into turn three. And here we go. On the look back, Aussie Rules. Small field of cars here today, only 10, which is perfect for a short track like Richmond. And right now, Aussie Rules breaking out to the early lead, 3 laps, getting ready to complete the third lap and start lap number 4 of 39 laps here in stage 1. Jacob running second, John Waterforce third, Slick and Nick fourth. Jet Blast drops to 6th as the 48 of Zach moves into the top 5. Shady Acres back here in 7th, D'Artagnan 8th, CCR is shotgun on the field, and Amar in 9th. Now we'll see. Aussie Rules starting to break away from the field here, out by a half a second, or a little over. But this is Richmond. A lot of things can change when the tires fall off. It's all about finding a groove here on this track. You got to find consistency. Hit your braking points every time. You can run a flying lap once, but if you can't keep that pace, then your average lap time will continue to drop, and the guys behind you who are being on the more consistent side will be able to catch up. Right now, though, everybody up at least the top 2 being very consistent. Right now, the gap staying about 0.6 of a second here between Jacob and Aussie. A little bit wide out of turn 4 there. That might hurt him a bit. But no, the gap stays about the same. Now as you look on to the one of Jet Blast trying to get back into the top 5. Here he is to the inside of the 48. Dives it into turn 1, and he will clear Zach and 6. Oh, into the wall goes to 1, but has enough momentum to keep himself in front of Zach. All right, jumping back up to the leader, Aussie Rules. As the laps continue to click off here, Aussie's lead relatively the same, still about 6 seconds. These guys are staying very consistent up at the front, now up to about 7 or 8 tenths. And then you got a full, well, there's a smudge on my screen. Oh, it's just a crack in my screen. It made it look like the gap was bigger, but it's 8 tenths back from Jacob. John Waterforce actually about a second now, and then Slick and Nick is right on his bumper. Now we'll see how the 9 will navigate getting around John. Aussie goes a little wide through turn 1. Ooh, gets a little loose out of 2. Turn 2 is going to be a deadly spot when these tires start to wear down. It's got a little, I don't know if it's a glitch or what, but there is a bit of a bump right here as they come out of turn 2. Right there, if you don't straighten out like the 19 just did, you're gonna go for an absolute spinner, get shot up into the wall on an overcorrection. So there's a certain spot you gotta straighten out. But if you can keep a tight handle on your car, that'll keep you in good stead. Oh, the 9 has a slip up. He's getting caught by Jet Blast. Jet Blast trying to get into 4th, and he will with ease. The 1's starting to pick it up here in the long run portion. 23 laps to go here in this stage, if I read that right. Yes, and this will be 22 as the 19 crosses the line. The 77 closing that gap little by little. The time was about, for the 77 was a 21:06, I believe, to start this race. Now it's down to a 21:03. So already 3/10 of a lap gone, and it's staying very consistent so far. That gap coming out of turn 2 was shrinking. It was down to about 3/10. It is down to 4/10 total. And now as we look on with the 1 of Jet Blast, he tries to run down the 17 to John Waterforce. That gap is also about 6/10. But up at the front, it is becoming very close to a battle for the lead here. The 77 now within a car length and on the bumper of the 19 of Aussie. Oh, but a little bit of squirreliness through 1 and 2. Cooked it on entry, had to let off just a bit. Good battle we're going to witness here between these two drivers. Also, the 1 has reeled in the 17 of John Waterforce. As this battle for 3rd, John gets a little loose out of 2. We're going to see that happen more. How do drivers capitalize in the positions that Jet Blast and Jacob, sorry. Here we go, Jet Blast. And he makes it through with ease. Jet Blast into the top 3. Battle for the lead up at the front. Jacob to the inside of Aussie Rules. Aussie loose out of 4, and Jacob will take point. And we now are down to 16 laps to go in stage 1. Jet Blast gapping the 17. Now we'll see how he closes this gap. to second. Oh, the 19 way wide. Yikes. Told you turn 2 as these tire runs go on and the degradation goes down. You will start to see these slip-ups out of turn 2. We just saw the 19 have to chase it all the way to the inside wall to keep that thing forward. Now Jet Blast trying to close that gap in a bit. About 1.5 seconds between second and third. It is now over a second between Jacob and Ozzy. And the gap between Ozzy and Jet is shrinking. Was 1.5 seconds, now is about 1 second. And we got 12 laps to go, so plenty of time for the 1 car to close in on the 19. Right now, we are looking at Jacob driving away from the field. Now, 1.5 seconds gap between first and second, and the gap continuing to shrink between Ozzy and Jet Blast. About a little over 1 second now. Oh, these guys starting to get Amor and a couple of drivers back here starting to get a little separated. CCR to the inside of the 2 of Shady. And quick through goes CCR. Gap staying the same between second and third right now. We got 8 laps to go here in the first stage. And man, oh man, it's getting close. 0.7 seconds between Jet Blast and Ozzy. But we're ticking them down. 7 more laps to try and make a move. This is one of those points where you can start to get a little anxious. Want to push that car, brake a little later, hit the gas a little sooner. But these tire runs, as we're seeing, the 19 is unable to even do that. That car is on ice right now. Turn 2 and 4 are absolutely treacherous on old tires. Turn 4 is a lot easier to handle, but the 19 will give up the bottom. The 1 of Jet Blast will go through. Move the 1 up to P2. Now we look on with John Waterforce, the next to try and get to Ozzy before the end of this stage. That's a big hill to climb, though, for the 4 laps that we have remaining. Oh, and getting loose out of turn 2 like that's going to slow him down. 3 to go as the 77 crosses the stripe. Now 2 laps remaining, getting ready to come to the white flag as Jacob goes in to turns 3 and 4. He will see the flagman waving the white. Next flag ends the stage. John right there on the bumper of the 19, but will he have the time? We're going to follow along with Jacob and then go back to that. But we'll look at Jacob come out of turn 4. He will cross the stripe and win stage 1. John Waterforce will not have the time to steal third away from Ozzy. So Jacob finishing first, Jet Blast second, Aussie Rules third, fourth John Waterforce, fifth is Zach, and sixth we got Trevor Yates up in this piece. What's up, brother? We're waiting to reveal the rest of the top 5 at the end of this first stage. Is Slick and Nick, AMR, CCR, Shady Acres, and D'Artagnan. Oh, it's hockey, duh. I gotta remember that. It's good, hockey. Wish you could be in this race tonight, brother, but... Ha! Nobody likes Richmond. And here we go, getting ready to go green, looking at the look back cam. Jacob will lead it, and the green flag waves again at Richmond. Stage 2 now underway. Everybody getting pretty single file. Your points leader and set. Oh, these are your top 3. Your top 3 in points. I'm just pulling the points up now. Jet Blast still your points leader. Ozzy still sits second, and Jacob sits in P3, but he might sit P2 on the track here. He lets Jet Blast get to his inside. From the look down, can he clear him out of turns 1 and 2? No. It's a little loose, has to chase it. The run goes to Jacob. Dooring each other as they go into 3. John Waterforce trying to get third away from Ozzy. We'll cut to that. And here comes the 9 of Nick. Oh, Waterforce can't make the pass. Oh, and then he cooks it. Going into 3. Whoa, the 5 around. Oh, the 20 involved. The 2. And that brings out the yellow. In-game caution. Oh, trying to get to the 1. Just had to go 1 car. But you heard it on the stream. You heard the 5's engine cut out. I told y'all turn 4 is treacherous. It's that little sleeper corner. People are always so worried about turn 2. They overlook how dangerous it is on turn 4. Even on fresh equipment, still easy to go around if you cook it on exit. And that is what we saw or heard from the 5. But we're looking to get it back going again. Jacob on the point. The 1 loses 2 spots on pit road. And Slick Nick makes a gutsy call to stay out. And here comes Jet Blast, who is inside. D'Artagnan got a little loose there out of turn 2. Jet Blast looking to clear him. He does. That's huge for the 1. Now back here with the 17. John Waterforce and Ozzy. Slick and Nick might as well just be a lap car. But he had a good 1 and 2 that allowed John Waterforce to get by the 19. Now John trying to see if he can find a lane under the 9. Can't quite make it stick. Meanwhile, up at the front, the 77 having to keep both feet on the gas. Trying to... Oh, and the 17 of John Waterford. As soon as I look away, gets by the 9, and he's now into P3. But the 1 is going nowhere off the bumper of the 77. Jacob just trying to exercise consistency. The 1 trying to exercise patience. They gotta hurry up because look who is coming fast. John Waterford in the 17. Now trying to get there. The 1 looking low. 77 gives him the bottom. And it will be Jet Blast clear to the lead. But will John try and keep the 77 up high? He will. He is there. Not many guys have been able to make that outside line stick in order to hold off and fend for their spot. It's starting to look like the same page of the same book. Here as John Waterforce will take that 17 Fastenal forward to second. A lot of laps still to go. About 60 of them to be exact. So there will be one pit stop here that these drivers will have to take in order to get their car to the end of this stage. And John Waterforce looking particularly racy here in this second stage. Jacob, who dominated stage 1, now struggling, finding himself back there in the third spot. Waterforce trying to close that gap to the 1. He just can't quite get it to where he wants it to be. Jet Blast still currently your race leader. And I got to tell you what, if there's anybody who was fired up about this race today, it is the one at Jet Blast. He was very upset on missing out on the booth last week, finishing, I believe, 4th. So he missed it by, 1 spot. But he was coming in today with a vengeance, and he is showing that here. But it is not coming without a contest from the 17, John Waterforce, who lost a little bit of time there out of turn 2, and now a decent gap between him and the 1 that he has to now reclose. And you can see the difference in the lines they're running. If you look at the 17, he's not fully on the bottom. He was right there, but we've seen it a couple of times where he'll just miss it by like quarter of a lane, half a lane. Yeah, like right here, 1 and 2 is just not his sweet spot. But if we look at the 1 at Jet Blast, you see how much lower that car can get on the track. This is where the 17 struggles. You see, much better holding the bottom. Now Jacob putting the pressure on Waterforce as Jacob tries to steal second or take second. Then try to run down the 1. You gotta remember too, like we saw in stage 1, how much of this is short run speed, how much of this is made to last. And the time will tell. We still have a very good amount of time before that green flag stop kicks. We got 50 laps to go, already 10 down. Ooh, both drivers getting loose there out of 2. That's awesome for the 1. Doesn't really help these guys settle their little bout for second place. Jacob just looking for any slip up out of John, trying to find a lane he can stick his nose into. There it is right there. Jacob gets by the 17. Waterforce saw his car was faster, more consistent, and once the 77 got to his inside, Waterforce was willing to give it up. And now look at the gap that one car has off of the nose of the 77. Very sizable. And the tires are just cooking off of these race cars. Now the 17 of John Waterforce, he may have given that spot up, but he is going nowhere. Still keeping the pressure on the 77. 42 laps to go here in this stage. They should pit with about between 15 and 10 laps to go in the stage. And here we go. Green flag pit stops are underway with the 17 of John Waterforce kicking it off all by his lonesome. Wants to undercut the stage. Still have plenty of time. Trying to split the stage in half, maybe? Is that going to force the hand of the other drivers? Are the tires that cooked on the 17 that he had to come down and make a stop? That seems drastically early. We usually see these guys run it till the wheels are about to explode. But the battle for the lead. Here comes the 9 of Slick Nick. He is on pit road. But the battle for the lead getting close. The name tag is in view. And now... Oh, the 77. Gotta go back to see what happened there. I missed it. Oh, it was turn 4. Oh, into the wall went the 77. I had to go back. I was listening to the race stream. So already a couple of takers on pit road. But really nobody else. The 9 car behind the 18 is a lap is actually probably multiple laps down. This is a short track. They do tick by pretty quick. Whoop. Oh man, you hate it for the 77. One of the most consistent cars on the track today. Makes a mistake, and now he has to probably change his strategy just a little bit. Short tracks are a really good spot to undercut on pit road and gain a position, but these guys are running it until the tires are about to blow by the looks of it. They are getting really bad. How these guys are even keeping it on the track right now is astonishing. Here comes D'Artagnan. He will make the dive to pit lane. At what point, if you're the 77, do you decide to make that move? The laps continue to wind down. Follow along here with the one at Jet Blast. Is everybody pretty well spread out now? No real battles going on track, which means this is probably a good time to actually take a deep dive into the point standings. And yes, we said at the top, your race leader is also your points leader with a win. 5 top 5s, 6 top 10s. That means I believe every race he's finished in the top 10. Has logged the fastest lap. Best average finish of anybody. And he's got 3 stage wins. Right now, dominating out in the lead by 40 points over your second place driver. And he has 6 total chase points to take in. You got Ozzy Rules in second in that 19. Oh boy, and I love how we came on just to watch him get loose. Jacob on pit road. Here we go. First of the top three. But yes, Ozzy Rule, the other driver in the top three with a win. 4 top 5s only with 6 top 10s. You got a top 10 in every race he started. And then you got a pole for him, the fastest lap as well. Third best average finish of the top 12, top 10, sorry. But he sits back by 40. And has 4 chase points to his name. We'll follow along with Jacob. We'll see if this... The one on pit road too, so we are definitely following along with this 77. With now 21 laps to go, these drivers can make it to the end. He undercut the leader. And right now it is the 5 car of Amar who is your on-track leader, but if we looked at where the 1 was in relation to the 77 who already came down, I think it's pretty safe to say that Jacob might be your race leader. Oh, Jet Blast lost 2 spots. Ozzy Rules leapfrogged him in the 19. So once the 5 pits of Amar, it will be Jacob. Ozzy, Jet will be your top 3. So great job by that 19. Used a little bit of strategy to really help himself out. We got under 20 to go. 18 laps remaining in this stage. And what a call by this 77. But how long will he be able to stay out, knowing that he doesn't have the fresher equipment? Now we get back to the point. So Jacob, right now, your race leader, sitting 3rd in points. Doesn't have a win yet. 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s. Not a pole to his name, not a fastest lap. Not the best average finish. He's got a 7.7, the worst of anybody in the top 5. But, and he's got a stage win. He's got, might have 2 more plus here tonight. Finished in the top 5 in the stage 8 times. Tied for 2nd most of anybody in the top 10. And he's tied with the number 10 of Hockey Bukaki. Oh, it looks like the 1 got by the 19. So Jet Blast back to P2. Oh, here we go. Amar down on pit road. There you see the 77 just up ahead. This will be a pass for position. This will put the 77 back. No, sorry, this will not be a pass for position. No, it is, yes. I'll put the 77 of Jacob back to the point. 2.5 seconds. The gap between Jet Blast and Jacob. There you see it. There goes the 77, and there you see the 1. 11 laps to go. I don't know. Oh boy, I don't know. One still has that lap traffic. I think it's pretty safe to say, though, that 77 might have this stage down on lock. We got 10. Now coming to 9 to go. He's got to get by the 20th CCR. CCR gonna let him go by. He gets up into the wall. That'll slow him down a little bit more. And Jet Blast now can only see the 77. We have 7 to go. The gap, a second and a half. Jet Blast still just able to hold the bottom. Oh, so well. Man, we gotta stop talking nice about people. 6 to go. Coming when they this time go by. 5 to go. Here we go. These laps continuing to wind down. Jet Blast still sitting about a second and a half off of your race leader, Jacob. Four to go. You see the one trying to send it. And that loses him time. Here we go, 2 to go. Oh, you see the one really tank slapping it. Trying every way. This is what I told you guys. Consistency matters. And it takes the 77 to the white flag here in stage 1. Has John Waterforce, a guy he was racing with. And I think he's got the time in the room to keep that 17 on the lead lap. But it will be Jacob at the front of the field coming out of 4. And he will take stage 2. So Jacob, Jet Blast, Ozzy, Slick and Nick, John Waterforce, your top 5. go. Green flag, getting ready to go back underway. Here at Richmond, the one leading them to it. Jet Blast. Got a scorch to the race lead. The 77 unable to keep it stuck on the high side. Now dives it into 3 and 4. He will make it stick and get to second. Or keep his spot in second. John Waterforce, who is still on the lead of the lap. Here in 4th. Oh! Cutting it a little close there. Out of 2. "77 laps to go here to find out who's going to add their name to the win tally. Race number 7. Now, 17 trying to hold off Ozzy to keep that 3rd place spot after just before the end of the stage, trying to hold off the 77 to just stay on the lead lap. And now here he is fighting for 3rd. Shows you how everything... Oh, the 2 around! Shady Acres gets loose into the 20th CCR. And because 2 cars did not actively spin or go down and run into the wall, it was just the 2, we stay green. Unfortunate. Pitfalls on the 2. This battle for the lead really starting to heat up. If I'm that 77, I want that lead. I want that security. Clean air. I don't want to be behind anybody. Man, dude, they are pushing each other. Meanwhile, back here with the 5 of Amar, looking to the inside of Slick and Nick. Remember, a lot of these won't be for position. I believe the 5 is the car that got the lucky dog. Oh, man, and I missed it up at the front. Jacob back to the lead, gets by the 1. Let's look back to see how that happened. That was just very recent. Oh, 1 slid up. 77 got his nose in there. Right now, 68 laps remain. Ooh, Ozzy gets really loose there out of 2. Ooh. That 19 is running on eggshells right now. Oh, hard into the turn 2 barrier. Ozzy losing the handle on the 19. And the top 3 could be thrown under a blanket. It's amazing how out of these three cars that are fighting in this little joust for the first place position, how one of them was fighting to stay on the lead lap. John Waterforce was like 3 greedy laps away from getting past, being put a lap down, but they decided to not do that. 64 laps to go. The one putting the pressure still on the 77 will run on the nose of the one. Oh, just getting that little bit of bottom. Got the car a little loose. Now the Jet Blast number 1 starting to lose a little bit of time to the 77. It is a close battle here for the race lead. Jet Blast doing everything he can, but it's also keeping Shady Acres in the mix. Not Shady Acres, sorry, John Waterforce. Here in the 17. John has just been struggling with consistency here. His patience is good, but hitting the same mark, getting back to the bottom in the same spot, hitting the same exit, it's not easy to do. Oh, Jacob gives up a bit of bottom that allows the one. Oh, and he goes up into the wall. And that'll shred a little bit of time, maybe like a tenth, maybe half a tenth. It was a light scrape, just a little stripe. Oh, Ozzy into the wall out of 4. Heavy contact with that 19. Nobody else involved though. We will stay green. Ooh, and Shady Acres, or John, why do I keep wanting to say Shady Acres? John Waterforce through to second as the one at Jet Blast loses the handle on it. And now the car who is trying to stay ahead of the leader is now trying to set his sights on the leader to try and steal that first place. Now what can John Waterforce do? Is what he did on that last pit stop enough to make him competitive with the 77? We'll have to wait and see, but we'll ride on with Jet Blast. Losing the handle on his car is the one. Had to let off there. I should probably go back to my actual stream that I'm watching so that way I can get a dang lap count. And we will have green flag stops in this stage. Probably going to happen a lot later than they did in that second stage. But, ooh, 17 gets a little loose out of 2. The 77 keeping the, whoa. Little bit of viewer lag there. Sometimes that'll happen. And Jet Blast really starting to reel the 17 back in. Catching a driver is one thing. The real pain here at Richmond is getting by them. Because you gotta wait for them to make a mistake. But if you don't pounce on it, they can get back by you and to the position and defend the position they were holding. So you gotta hit your marks. Ooh, one into the outside wall there. That's going to lose him some time and allow the 17 to get some breathing room. All right, we're back. Riding along with the 17 a little bit as I had to go take care of something real quick. Ooh, boy, a lot of drivers. Squirrely, the one, looking to capitalize. Ooh, a little bit of bumper. Little bit of pushing and shoving. Elbows out of Richmond. Jet blast. He went bowling and he used the bumpers. Now jet blast. He's had the long run car for a good portion of this race. We'll see how he can do running down the leader. .21.4 is some of the slowest laps we've seen out of the 77 camp. It is, though, a 1.5 second gap between Jacob and Jet Blast, and it's staying relatively consistent. As now we just try to get our engine noises back. .40 to go. And 20 laps until these drivers run out of fuel. Technically, the fuel window is open in about 5 laps. You can guarantee yourself to make it to the end on fuel, but it's the tires that really are the ginormous question mark. Oh my gosh, Ozzy really has lost the handle. But these are lap down cars. This is for position right here with the 9. of Slick Nick. That is a position battle. All the other cars in here, including the 5, which I thought was not a lap down. These two are for positions 4 and 5. And what a fight these two are having right now. Slick and Nick applying all the pressure to Ozzy. Oh boy. So here we go. The 9, Slick Nick undercutting the field. We'll see how well he is at playing spoiler. Here we go, Jet Blast. Nine coming back out. More cars coming down pit road. Here comes the 77 of Jacob. He's on to pit road. John Waterforce will now assume the race lead. Oh, 17 into the wall. But John Waterforce will make it to pit road. There's the 1. Oh, the 77 beats him out. Looks like Jet Blast is down by 2 seconds. But no, he undercut the 77. So he does not have the fresher equipment. The 77 does. We got 31 laps to go. We go back to riding on with the race leader. Now let a little time go by. It is under 2 seconds, 1.8 second gap. There is a lap traffic up ahead of the 77. Oh, and he has to let off there for the 14, who tried to give him the top side of the racetrack, but cut right in front of him to do so. Didn't shave off that much time. 20 drops to the bottom. That's huge for this one car in his pursuit. Has plenty of time to do it. This is that consistency bit. Mirroring patience. Jet Blast, when he uses that little bit of patience, it really pays off for him. We've seen it get him back to the front so many occasions. Get him back to the lead. Multiple areas. 26 laps to go. The gap 1.7 seconds. and staying there. And you see the 20 now coming off the pit road. Gap now about a second and a half. Did that little... Yeah, it did. It jumped it back up to 1.7. Jet Blast is so determined to get back to the winner's circle. But man, if there's a guy in this series who needs a win, it is definitely that 77. He has driven a hell of a race today up there at the front of the field. And the gap staying relatively the same. But we'll see what happens when we get closer to 10 to go. Right now we still have around 20. And this gap is not shrinking. Staying right dead. I mean dead at 1.7. 22 laps to go is where we are at. And now Jacob starting to hit his stride. Pulling away. Gap now 1.9. It's all the way down to a second and a half, but it is growing, not shrinking. Growing inch by inch, growing centimeter by centimeter at this point. However, still not getting better for that one. Oh, that's huge. 77 out of turn 4 into the outside wall hard. That brought the gap down to 1.3. And it is now continuing to drop. The one sees a sign of life in his pursuit. 16 laps to go. Still plenty of time. Gap nearing a second. 1.1. And John Waterforce is your third place driver. About a second, about a little under 2 seconds behind the one. The one is a full second behind the 77. So we're back to shrinking the gap. Did the one get a new sign on, a new lease on life here with the 77 making the error? Now the gap between the 77 with 12 laps to go is staying at about 1.2, and it's going back up The 1 had a chance. He was closing it in while the 77 regathered. He got his composure back. But now that he has the equipment starting to match the speed, or match the consistency, and the 1 is losing time. I believe we got 11 to go. This should be coming to 10 laps. We'll confirm it when they go back around on the stream. Yes, it is 10 laps to go. No other real fights. Besides Ozzy and Slick Nick. This is for 4th. Oh, and Nick loose out of 2. That allows Ozzy in the 19 to the outside. Can he actually make a pass? No, says the 9. Nick keeping the battle honest. Oh, cooks it a little much into turn 1. Ozzy might actually be able to clear him here, and he does. He sends it into 3. And he will clear him out of 4. Move the 19 up to 4th. And then we go back up to our little front group here. 1.3 still the gap. 7 to go. It's going to take a mistake by the 77, I think, for this 1 to get there. Riding along now with the leader, Ozzy. Five to go. Time is drastically running out for the 1. Now Jacob sees 3 fingers in the air from the flag stand. The 1 gap, the gap to the 1 is still 1.2, 1.3. And then if there's any guy in this field that needs a win, this 77. We said it during the race. The worst average finish of any of the drivers in the top 5. And now he crosses the line with 2 laps to go. And he is just trying to get his first win on the season. Has to make it around turn 4 to see the white flag. 1 lap to go. Still 1.1 behind to the 1. Now he goes down the backstretch. He saw the white flag. And now he comes out of turn 4. The checkers are waving for the 77 and Jacob. Jet Blast finishing second. The 17 of Waterforce third. Aussie Rules fourth. In 5th is Slick Nick. Amar 6th. Zach 7th. 8th is D'Artagnan. CCR 9th. And rounding out the field is the 2 of Shady Acres. And Jacob gets his first win on the season here on race number 7 at Richmond, of all places. And John Waterforce, though, with the fastest lap on the day. Ozzy second, Jet Blast third, and Jacob fourth. Interesting. Oh, and I just remembered I have to invite people to the booth. That's crazy. It's almost like that's my flipping job, but we're on it. Oh, hi, Jet Blast. There's Jacob. Can somebody get John in here? I don't know if he's appearing offline or not.
Yeah, he is.
That son of a.
Good evening. You know, Jeff, for somebody that didn't like that track, you sure as heck got a second place.
I told you I was on a mission for Wallbridge.
Yeah?
Hey, Wallbridge, let me just say this. This was the one track I was like, I can win this one.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, don't say too
Just
much.
always. Oh, they can hear me? Oh,
Yes.
oops. Oops.
You so dumb.
We gotta wait for John here. He's taking his. There he is. I was gonna say somebody's taking his sweet time. All right. And now we can get the top three interview underway, and we go to the driver who finished in the third position, and that is the 17 of John Waterforce.
What's up, man?
Boy, you had a interesting day from fighting to stay on the lead lap at the end of stage two to then fighting for the lead early on in stage three. Walk me through this race, man. You had quite the day.
Yeah, I like to make it a little interesting, a little stressful. Um, but no, I sped on pit road and set me back a little bit. And I just, you know, at that point, you just try to be at least the first car lap down, or try to get your lap back, and that's what I did. Stage three, it was just, I was just kind of throwing the kitchen sink at it. I don't write anything down like from my past races at Richmond, which I probably should have. But I don't write anything down, so I just threw in a setup. I just started changing numbers to try to tighten the car up, give myself a longer run car, which didn't work. It was better, but it wasn't where it needed to be. But I'll take a third.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what else. I mean, was there anything else that could have been done pre-race? Probably a weird, wacky strategy at the end there, or was it pretty much just set in stone?
Well, I could have practiced and you know just gotten into more of a rhythm, which I got in a rhythm when the race started. When we got some laps in, I was better, but I don't know. I don't think I could have done anything else other than maybe practice more and maybe tried to find something of a setup to run. But I once I set my slider, I was pretty much in for the long haul on that one.
All right, and I can't remember where bloody hell we go next.
We got Indianapolis. We got Brickyard next.
Oh, we're doing Indy. I was gonna say now that's gonna be a track that's gonna be fun to do. What are we thinking about next week? How are we feeling confidence wise?
I mean, I might actually practice for that race, so I might run a little bit better, or I might try too hard and and face plant. But I don't know. I think I love that track. I love the history with that track. It's one of my favorite tracks. I'm glad that in NASCAR, they're actually going to the oval now again. Um, I love the track, so I might actually put in a little bit of effort to get something, you know, something fast there. So yeah, I feel pretty good about that race.
All right, brother. Well, hey, congratulations on your third place today. It We will see you next week at Indy.
Thank you, sir.
And now we can go over to the driver who finished second, not without putting up a fight though, and that is the one of Jet Blast.
Just for you, boo boo.
I was gonna say you. I don't know if you know this, but you do have the best average finish of anybody in this league, and you added to that tally today. What did we need though to get this one car a little bit better to be able to match the number on the car and get that first place spot?
Absolutely nothing. That's the best I got. Richmond and Texas are my two most hated tracks on this game. So to come out with a second place and be competitive at the end, totally fine with second place.
Now, how are we feeling next week about Indianapolis, knowing that that's a completely different beast compared to what we had today?
I'm going to wreck the field and kiss the bricks.
No, we can't be doing that.
Hey, bro, you just got to keep things interesting. Got to keep everybody on their toes. Can't get it complacent around here.
Tell them, Walbridge, you can't be doing that.
I want them, when they're around that one car, to be nervous. Because that's to my advantage.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, now after 7 races, I mean, this is just only going to increase your points advantage. Is it like, what is it about this one car this season that has just made it so, like, the consistency factor is better than, like I said, anybody that's running this league?
All it comes down to is experience. I'm old, and I got a lot of miles on my tires. And I kind of know how to wheel and deal this game by now since it's 5 years old. So that's about all I got going for me.
All right. Well, hey, man, congratulations on a second place, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the Brickyard next week.
Yes, sir. See you there.
All right. And now we will get to our race winner, the man who led the most laps tonight, led him with confidence and with a gap from my house to Richmond, and that is the 77 of Jacob.
Yeah, it's nice to finally get a win. Been sitting here for the last 3 or 4 races trying to just get a win and hopefully break through and get one. Richmond was definitely circled on the calendar for us. It's usually a good track for me, and along with most of the short tracks. So we set the car up a little bit tighter after the qualifier. We were a little bit loose. Didn't end up getting the pole time or anything, but we got close and felt like we needed to be tighter for the race, and it ended up working out for us. I didn't make a lot of adjustments there at the end, though. We unfortunately had some damage because we went a little bit too slow into turn 3 because the car reacted a little weird and got some damage from Aussie, but we were able to hang on and with the damage and still end up winning the race.
Yeah, and how does it feel now to finally get that weight off your shoulders? You got that win on the season. Does that allow you to relax a little bit more now that you're not just running and gunning to try and get a mark in that column?
I mean, it's a little bit more relaxed. I mean, going into next week, I'm not real happy that it's Indianapolis. It's one of my, I'd probably say it's probably my worst track on the game in terms of where I feel like I should be. But I mean, it's nice to not have to worry about feeling like you need to get that win just to kind of solidify yourself as a contender. But I mean, we're going for wins every week anyway, so.
Yeah, and I know this season hasn't been consistency-wise what you've wanted out of this car and what the expectation was coming into this. Are we starting to now feel like we're on the upward tilt, or is it just kind of like on a wave, kind of?
I mean, I think it varies based on track. for sure. I mean, I generally am stronger at short tracks, road courses. When we get to the plate tracks, I kind of just have to hope that I can find a partner that helps me get up to the front. And we expect to be up towards the front and be an average finish of at least the top five, but that just kind of attests to the talent and competition here in NARS.
All right, well, hey, brother, they didn't have anything for you today, man. So congratulations on your win, and we'll see you next week at Indy.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. And that will do it for us here today in the NARS Cup Series at Richmond. That was heavily dominated by our boy in the number 77. And we look forward to seeing you guys next week at Indianapolis, next Friday at 9:30 here on the North American Racing Series YouTube channel. And my name is Walbridge. This has been the NARS Cup Series, and